have this island that I made several years, well, back in 2008 when we did our remodel, and I used just a cabinet that I bought from Lowe's that was like for a carpenter shop. Anyway, I did some redo on it, and I'll talk about that later. But what I want to do right now is I want to go into this area and put in that kind of chippy wood look. It's right now, it's really dark brown. So I'm gonna get my stuff together and I'll be back. All right, I taped off my edges that I did not want to have that chippy look because I have some dark brown trim in the rest of my kitchen. And so I'm gonna leave those areas that dark brown. And so I have like a gray, a country tan, white, a couple of shades of soft browns. This is khaki and linen and antique parchment. And then this turquoise is too dark. I will thin it down with this china blue and possibly some of the white, and then this pale green. I have the peel and stick paper that I used on my backsplash. This is what I'm going to use kind of as my reference to go back here. So let me get my palette together. All right, I have my palette fixed, and I have some gray and some couple of shades of brown and some ivory. I've got a little dish of water. I've got a chippy brush that has a nice kind of raggedy tip to it, which is what I want for this since I already have this dark background. Got some gray in here, and so I'm gonna pick up some gray and white, and I'm gonna go in, and I have this bowl of water and a paper towel in case I make a mistake. I know you would probably think, she doesn't ever make a mistake, but I do. And I want to pick up just a little bit of the brown, a couple of shades of the brown, and bring that back up. And maybe a little bit of the green. I don't want to get that too heavy in there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just leave that in that section, pick up these same colors again, and move over about 3 or 4 boards. I don't want to do this exactly the same every time. Don't want to get my brush too wet. And I'm just dragging off the tip of that. So now I want to pick up some of this turquoise. This is a really dark color, very bright. I do not want it that bright at all. And I'm going to lighten it down with a little bit of this light blue and possibly some of the gray. So let me kind of mix that together and see if that's about the color that's in here. And that's just pretty close. Maybe put a little bit of that green in there. And that's just pretty close. So let me put some of that in there. This is going to about dry darker. Okay, so you kind of get the idea. I'll just continue on, and we'll see how it looks when it's finished. dark umber out, and I'm still using my chip brush, and still have my painter's tape on. But what I want to do, if you can see right here where it has like these brush stops, I want to kind of knock that back a little bit. So I'm just going to, just with a dry brush, pretty much, just kind of go into that edge just to where it looks a little bit more distressed or aged, and maybe get rid of some of that chippy kind of, the brush stop and start. So I'm just going to rub it on my painter's tape to start off with to get most of the, if I've got a lot of moisture in the brush. I'm tapping that onto the painter's tape and then onto the wood. And I think I'll like that better. And I'm going to do the same thing up here at the top. I did not put painter's tape at the top, and I probably should have. Okay, so just that little bit of distress, and I'm going to get a small brush and I'm going to do a little bit in these crevices. And I'm not going to do a whole lot in here. I don't think I'm going to do a whole lot, although I could change my mind, because that happens often. I really love that, and I am going to work on this bottom section now, but I am not going to record that. So this is how that looks right up close, and I do love that. I think I'm done. I've got the top of the inset part done and the bottom part done. It looks a little like galvanized tin, but when you get right up on it, there's that distress, and I was going to show you my sample so that you can see how it compares. Really good for what I'm going for. So there we go. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you give this technique a little try on some of your pieces. I'd love to see what you come up with.